Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and I am back with a brand new mic. And since there was a little bit of a break, I thought we should come back with a bang. So we're not just going to play any game, we're going to play a game with a capital R, like Rogue State Revolution. This is probably going to be a longer series because this game has quite a lot of different features, so I think it's quite exciting. So let's start a brand new game. We know how to play, so we're going to go with I See the Connection. Now here what we can do is we can set up the difficulty of the game. So first thing we're going to do is going to change the minister expectations to just challenging and the academics to medium. This is going to allow me to show you off the game a little bit better because we're not going to be struggling with money. I'm going to be able to progress a little bit faster. So we're just going to do this on 108% difficulty. Let's go. My name is Non-Queen Sam for Sampstra. You're wondering why I'm called non-queen? Well, this used to be a monarchy, but then it changed into a democracy, and I am now the leader, so I guess technically the president, but I want everybody to remember how far we've come, and that's why I want them to say, every time they talk to me, I want them to say the title non-queen, so it's very obvious who I am. Now, by the way, if you're new to this channel, what I do is I show off new strategy games every single day. I either do a long series like today, or just the one episode for 20 minutes where I explain the mechanics of the game. Every video I make is of a game that I already understand, so I can show you off the mechanics and things like that. And sometimes I do 60-second series. If you just don't have time, I'll talk about a game for less than a minute. Well, that ended badly. Inauguration day again. This time I must do better. I love that we're going to click on the news, and this is going to be really cool.
In Basenji today, there is a mood of jubilation as thousands crowd the streets in celebration. The first ever democratic election in the People's Republic of Basenji is a success. 5 years ago, the monarchy was replaced by a transitional government. And now, finally, after great struggle, democracy has come to Basenji. For the first time in their turbulent history, both Basenji and ethnic Karifi are voting for a government of their choice. 12 political parties campaigned, representing a wide political spectrum, with the largest, the Basenji Nationalist Party, sweeping the election with 72% of the vote.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Surveyor. I have been assigned as your political strategist.
And I am Yusuf. I will be serving as your military attaché.
The first task before you is to appoint cabinet roles for representatives from across our great nation.
These are critical positions. Once appointed, cabinet members are constitutionally protected. They cannot be removed from office.
Indeed. You will be stuck with these ministers, for better or worse. I would advise you listen to their needs.
And I say look for loyalty. There will be hard days ahead. We will need a cabinet that is on our side, no matter what.
I'm gonna name them after my patrons. This is going to be Advisor Zemka, and this is going to be Advisor Mika. I've got to say, she looks so scared. Like, what's going on? Are they threatening her behind my back? Why does she look so terrified? Now, the game does have roguelike elements. The idea is that if you die, you will be able to unlock new ministers that you can pick from the beginning. This choice is really important. It's going to affect your game quite a bit. You can only appoint ministers for 4 ministries, and this will allow you to make choices within that area. You can still do some choices, like the general idea. Like, for example, if you have a in foreign affairs, you can choose like whether you want to focus on diplomacy or security, things like that. You can still do that, but you can't really do anything specific in the ministry, so to speak. So it's important to have ministers in good places. Each minister has a positive and a negative attribute. For example, El Kamali here is frugal and cunning. The fact that he's frugal means that construction costs lowered for building related to his ministry, and the fact that he's cunning is he may alter policy. So we're gonna put him into development because that's actually pretty okay, like the fact that he's cheaper. Now we've got Al Hadi here who is pious, so we'll start with 3 favor points. Favor points are amazing because you can use them to either make money, and each favor gives you like 80 bucks, which is huge because you start the game with like 500 bucks, or you can use favors to upgrade different buildings. For example, if you have a power plant, you might use a favor to make it so it's not so it doesn't pollute as much. The fact that she's tactless though is a huge problem because it lowers the loyalty of all other ministers, and how loyal to you they are and how much they like you is really important because it affects how quickly they research a new policy. Essentially, you do like research specific to each ministry, and if they don't like you, it's gonna take forever. So we're not gonna pick her. Instead, we're gonna go here with, actually we don't, well, he's inspiring. Civilian units specific to his department get a free upgrade, and he has a bad health, so he could die in time. We're gonna put him into natural resources, I think. Then we've got here Bilal, who is extra event options are made available for events specific to that ministry. The unlock rate for new policies is significantly slower. That's not great. We definitely need someone into finance, so we could either have Badour, who steals a little bit of money, but upgrades from his department will only cost favors, never cash. Or we could pick Suleiman, who is popular, everybody likes him, but he's selfish. So we're gonna put Suleiman here. And we could put someone either in citizenship, justice, or foreign affairs. I kind of want to put someone in foreign affairs. So our only option is here Hadi, whom everybody hates, or the guy who steals from us. And everybody knows what the right choice here is. Yes, it is the guy who steals from us. This is, I think the loyalty is a huge problem. So we're just going to stick to him. Gonna put him into foreign affairs and off we go. Why am I putting him into foreign affairs? Well, in my test game, after 9 months and 4 weeks, I got murdered by the USA. So this time I'm gonna make sure the USA loves me very much. Or something. Or some other big country, doesn't matter. Or China. Alright, so here you can see your provinces. We've got Sabah, Kari, Kwarif, Rumai, and Banifa. This map is somewhat randomly generated, but you always get the same provinces. Here on the right top, you can see how are people feeling in that specific province in regards to different areas. For example, we can see that here in Sabah, they have a lot of problem with health and entertainment, but and with ecology. In Kharif, they have problems with prosperity. Here you can see how much they like you, how much they support you. So we seem to be on 45%. And this is the amount of available workers. You can see what kind of stuff we're demanding and producing. Currently we're only demanding food, and we are actually not producing it ourselves. We're getting food from the UN camps. And here you can see my money, or I guess Bitcoin or Satoshi, I don't know. And then here, this is intelligence and power. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta get power. So here in Karik, we have power plant and an oil refinery. So first thing you have to do is you have to connect it up. Each turn you have 4 actions. Action can be building a building, building roads, reviewing your budget, and things like that. So I'm going to build a road like so. And I'm going to, and now we have power. This is super important. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to my ministers and I'm going to pick what we want to research. So we can pick one of these to research. This is going to be really important because this is one of the things that's going to give us money. So we'll start with the Badour, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Try to get foreign aid allows you to spend money to directly improve the stability of your neighbors. So this will definitely increase our relationship with our neighbors. Oil cartel. Improves our relationship with all neighboring oil exporters. Free trade policy. Designate a neighbor as Bajenzi's preferred trading partner. Bajenzi automatically exports any surplus goods to this country at the current market price, so as long as both nations are allies. This could be pretty cool. Museum exchanges. Share our prized cultural artifacts with the world. This also sounds good. It will increase education and international diplomacy. We could also get a Chikenistan dictionary. Let me actually show you. So in the diplomacy, one of these, oh, we actually don't have Chikenistan. Ah, oh, come on. So one of these countries is Chikenistan. They actually look like chicken, which is super fun. But we don't actually seem to have them around us, so that's interesting. Washington Embassy will increase relationship with the US, but it will cost us money. Same for Russia. Oh, it's actually Russia, China, and US. Sorry, not UN. UN is just generally helpful. But you do want to get rid of them because it lowers prosperity in your country, but we'll talk about that later. Is there anything here that we... International security could be good, but... Oh, what is this? Repeal Kafala system. Basenji will repeal the Kafala system, a means by which migrant laborers are monitored and controlled by their employers. Basenji employers may no longer withhold wages, abuse or mistreat workers, or trade workers to other employers. This is great. This will give us money. It will lower prosperity, but I think we can work on that. So we're going to say yes to this. Eventually, we will want to work out on diplomacy. So maybe doing the foreign aid or the free trade policy could be good, but I think right now we're okay with this. Next, we're going to go into finance. In finance, it's really important that at the beginning you figure out a way to make money. There is other ways to make money, for example, through export, which we're going to do as well. But I do like having some options here to make money. For example, we have this, relax building codes. I don't know how easy it's gonna be good. So in my test game I picked this because I had a minister in the Justice Department, so it was easy to increase public safety. But I'm not sure how easy that's going to be over here. This makes everybody unhappy. This is not great. State investments are pretty interesting because it allows us to invest treasury surpluses and secure the future of our people. So this can give you money per turn, but you have to have money in order to be able to even do it. Regulating cryptocurrency lowers prosperity. Did we pick something lowers prosperity? Yes, we did. So we don't want to do that twice. How about this though? Offshore banking. Reform your banks so they protect assets from lawsuit, ensure financial privacy, and shield money from the taxation of other countries. This will make Basenji an attractive destination for rich foreigners to hide their money. Sure. We're okay with that. We pick very weird things. Here with resources, we could go for the regulating fishing, which would really help us with prosperity. Green economy is pretty good, but every time you have a polluting building, so you have to pay more money. Increases environment. Anything that gives us money. Maybe solar power. Now let's just work on solar power. I think that's important. And here we're going to get toll roads. Toll roads give you a really high amount of money, and entertainment is something that we can fix very easily, so I'm not worried about it. This is going to give us a huge amount of money. Now, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to start building farms because I want to make sure that I have food. So let me first go into diplomacy and see if anybody wants food. So we can see that the Kalshara, who don't like us too much, but they would like food. So what we can do is we can start getting some food and exporting it. But also we got to make sure that we have enough food for ourselves. So let me build a farm. If you hover over a spot here, you're gonna see that one of these changes to red. For example, if I place this here, you can see that the workers next to Karik are red, and that means that I'm building in Karik. So I don't quite know where we want to build stuff, so I'm gonna go with we're gonna build it here in Karif. So we're gonna place a little bit of a farm here, and it costs me 1 turn. It should be automatically connected. We're actually gonna build 2 farms, I think, from the get-go. So let's build one over there as well. And I still have 1 action left, so I'll be able to build a road. So, but first thing I'm actually gonna remove this camp. And this is going to increase my prosperity because you can see that the existence of the camp here is lowering prosperity. It's lowering Karif approval. And I'm not quite sure. I guess this is Basenji approval, presumably. I'm not actually sure, but just we want to get rid of it because that's super important. Now, one more thing we want to do as we are beginning is we want to go here to our palace. This is where I live. And we want to train a resource surveyor. And what this guy does is going to be moving around to these question marks and try to find out what kind of resource is there. And this is really important because you might find new like gold deposits or oil deposits, things like that, and this will allow you to do a lot of cool stuff. Now I've done all my actions this turn, so I'm going to move into next turn. And now we're going to have an event. Veterans are served in the Basenji Revolution at the First Basenji Civil War and unhappy with the meager benefits they're receiving as part of their former service. We could apologize, or we can do nothing. Loyalty for military units is not great, but I don't want to spend 4 per 12 months. Yeah, we're just gonna say no. This is probably a bad decision, but I'm gonna hope that I don't get invaded too soon. Greetings, Excellency. My name is General Khalil Sadi Abajumal of the Republic of Tajikistan. Congratulations on your recent election. The people have chosen wisely by making you their leader of state. Our 2 nations have proud history of mutual cooperation, so please do not hesitate to contact me for anything you need. Very nice of you, guy. So what we could do is we could exchange gossip, spend a favor from the Minister of Foreign Affairs to speak ill of Kashgar and Tajikistan in order to build a closer relationship with Tajikistan. We don't really need that, so we're gonna leave it. We could set immigration quota. Here, just the important thing is that you allow more visas than they want immigrants. That should make them happy. So we just set it to like 14. We don't really, we're okay with however that goes. We don't really care. Now, we're making a lot of food, so first thing I want to do is I want to go to diplomacy and I want to export food to either Akchistan or Kalshara. I am thinking let's do it with well, actually, if we do it with Kalshara, they'll jump to ambivalent. They will kind of like us, but not too much. But if we were to do it with Akchistan, they would like us a lot more. So let's actually do it with them. Hey, I want to trade with you. I would like to give you 30 units of food. What do you say, man? We're pleased to assist you. Thank you. So you can see we have polite relationship now. At the moment, I'm actually not going to be getting any money from them because I haven't created a connection to their city. Or have I? Actually, it turns out I have, it seems. Normally you have to create a connection, but it seems like it's already connected. Let me just to be sure, let me just build a road. From here to... Did I build a road? It looks like it's already built. Yeah, it should be okay. We should be making money, hopefully. Now, another thing we can do is we can review budget. We can lower the amount of money that we put into a specific area. I'm not going to do it just yet because I don't really want to lower the sets right now, but we'll do it very soon so that we can make more money. Now here in Sabah, they have very bad healthcare. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump to Sabah here and we're going to give them a hospital. So that they're not suffering. I'm going to place it over here. And that should make them a lot happier. Very, very good. They still have bad hospital and entertainment, so that's something we might want to work on a little bit later. We're not making any money just yet. I don't think we're exporting enough. If I remove some more of these camps, I want to figure out how much food I'm making sort of by myself and try to potentially compare it to... We don't want to like remove all of them. I think I'm going to build one more farm and then I'm going to create also a trade route with the other guys so that we can really make sure we're making like plenty of money. Yeah, if we build another farm here and we'll build a road like so, and then we could go to diplomacy. I don't know if we can do that actually already, can we? Greetings, Excellency. I wanted to introduce myself as President Adela Azi of Republic of Kalshara. Congratulations on your election. I sincerely hope that your new regime will be a supportive member of the international community. Absolutely. I want to give you some food. How are you feeling about that? Oh, we need to build the road first. Okay. Why did you call me only to hang up? Well, I wanted to know if you pick up my calls. And we actually don't have the action point anyway, so just move towards the next one and then we'll do it. So this is the surveyor that I bought. He's going to be moving to that question mark, so we're going to find out what we can do over there. Excellency, bauxite prices have plummeted recently as many new producers have come online in the developing world. Aluminum is now anticipated to be much more cheaply available in the world. That's fine. I'm not really exporting or buying it. Okay, this is great. So sometimes your ministers give you these quests. If you fulfill these quests, it's actually really good for you because they're going to be happy with you and they'll sort of research whatever you want them to research immediately. And if you don't do this, it will take a long time. So they want a market in Kharif. So I'm going to do that ASAP. It's actually the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to build a market. Kharif. You are... That's not Kharif. Here. Let me build a market in Kharif. In grassland or desert but adjacent to town. Here. And this should increase... What does market increase? I guess we'll find out. Prosperity, definitely. Great. Now because I fulfilled the task of my minister, I now get some rewards. So I can click on him. Excellency, I just want to thank you for building that market. My constituents from Kharif appreciate that you're addressing my needs. I've also completed your plan, so we now can repeal Kafala system. So we can turn this on and off. I'm going to turn it on. This will lower prosperity, which we're going to check in a future terms, but it will increase the rule of law everywhere, which is pretty cool. The next thing I want you to work on is, I think the foreign, actually let's do the free trade policy. It just makes people generally happy. Now we can also see here that entertainment in Sabah is terrible and so is ecology in Kharif. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to build a public garden. This works on both entertainment and environment, and we'll put that in Creek. So we'll put that over here. So this will increase, it should increase the environment, yes. And so will the entertainment, and we still need to work on something that gives us entertainment and environment in Saba as well. So I think we'll just build another, actually we could build a nature preserve there in Saba. Saba. Where's Saba? Up here, okay. Saba, let's go. Well, it's actually pretty big. Can it just go anywhere? Seems like it can. Place it over here. And this should make them a lot happier with both entertainment and environment. Fantastic. Now we could still do the review budget. So what we can do is we can, for example, increase this to number to 2 or decrease. Now we actually have quite a bit of money here, so I'm just gonna set everything up to 2. And we're gonna leave it like this. But what we could do in the future, sometimes you have an objective where you need to make people in a specific province happy. And in that case, it can be a good idea to just increase the money you're putting into a specific area. So let's just move towards the next turn. We haven't actually set up the second trade route, so that's something we want to do very, very soon. Are we at the point? And then we want a museum in Korea. Okay. Let me check my surveyor. Are you at your destination? Yes, you are. So I want you to survey this place. Turns out there's nothing there. Actually, yes, there is. There's a gold ore. So this is actually pretty great. We could start making either gold or straight up luxury goods. And this would give us a lot of money, like a lot of money. The problem sometimes is that if you like are very, how do I say this? If you have a lot of good resources, sometimes some of the big powers like China, USA, or Russia, they will just kind of go and invade you, and then you will be dead. So something to keep in mind. Why can I click on the surveyor? Yes, I want you to go there. Perfect. Now, but that's something we want to do. The first, I think we want to set up in diplomacy, and we're gonna go call Kalshara and give them the food. So hey, I want to give you my food. Let's just... Fantastic. Now, if you look over here, we can see that we could just send gold ore to Azerbaijan, but that's not particularly helpful. We could also just send gold bars to either Tajikistan or Kalshara, or we could just straight up go and make luxury products which we could sell to Azerbaijan. I'm thinking we start with the gold bars. Actually, we might want to go all the way, because that would give us a lot of money. Now we do have to work on these setups first. So they want me to make a museum in Kharif. Kharif is struggling with public safety. They don't actually need anything else. But if I were to build you a museum, what do I get for a museum? We get education and immigration approval. Yes, that's fine. Kharif is here. I'll do it. It will make my minister super happy, so we can get a bunch of money from this. And we now finished free trade policy. I don't know yet who we want to place as the free trade partner, but we're going to pick somebody. Now, next thing I think we would like to work on a museum exchange. We have bad prosperity and generally not so great public safety. But I'm in the Minister of Foreign Affairs, so I don't know if this is the place to go. Do we want to work on like a specific big power? I don't think we want to do that yet because we don't know which one. Sometimes you get a task like get friendly with China, or another country like Tajikistan will say, hey, we would like it if you were friendly with China. So we might want to do it afterwards, not right now. You want prosperity? This would increase my international security, which I guess could be useful. Could increase tourism income from hotels. We don't have hotels right now. This is all about hotels. Improves our relationship with all neighboring oil exporters. Who exports oil? Just Kalshara. It's not worth it for us. You're not gonna join cartel just so Kafala likes it. I guess we'll go for the museum exchanges. There's really no negative effect for this. And I do want to make sure that they're working on something. If you don't pick anything, the minister will pick by himself. That's not great. Now, I actually think that this is a good time to end the episode. In the next episode, we're most likely going to build a military base. And I don't know if we're going to get to combat, but we'll see. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And you can click on the right to watch the next one. I'll see you there. Bye bye.